Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone's okay and good things are happening to you. We have a few things to start with. So first of all, some people are confused about when those sessions are taking place. You go to our website, which is amazingbusinessresults.com, and then you click on the do-it-yourself section. And then on the bottom, you will have here the sign me up, and here you can see all the different sessions that we're having. So this one, for example, is for today. Okay, so this is the way to see it. There is a new feature from Zoho, which I think it's interesting. If you go to your Zoho mail, or if you don't have Zoho mail, you can just write tasks.zoho.com, and then it will take you to this place. And you will, if you do have Zoho mail, it will be on the left side. It will say tasks. You can see here that you have an interesting tasks view. So first of all, Zoho are trying to grab all the similar functionality across the different applications and combine them to one. If, for example, you have tasks, if you see, think about Zoho One with the tasks, you have Zoho People, Zoho CRM, Zoho Connect. I think they have more. They have like 5 of them. Zoho Mail and Zoho Projects, yeah. So all of them will have a bunch of tasks for you. And Zoho created this task system, which is unifying all the different task systems, which is cool. I also like the idea that you can just grab tasks and you can just drag and drop them the same like Trello. So it's very, very convenient. I actually like it. I don't know if this view is great for any position in the business. For some positions, it might work. For example, we're going to have now a new function in our company, and that's for a money man, someone that's supposed to go over the deals, reconcile the different projects, make sure that everything money-wise is okay. So I think for him, this view will be perfect. So he can play with the tasks, shift them or just close the task or archive them and so on. So I think this view is great for him. I don't know if it's for everyone. So explore it, see if it makes sense for you. I think there is a potential for that. Me personally, when I went to the unified view, my Zoho CRM did not sync with this view. And of course, I have an account, it's just not working well. But anyway, like most of the things with Zoho, when they're starting, it's starting slow, but then they're ramping up and usually it's good. So that might be just the beginning of the process. That's it. That's the news. So Mary, let me open your mic. Okay, Mary, your mic is open. You have a question regarding Command Center, right?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm good. Good to be back. I've missed you for several. I'm glad to be back on here and get some valuable information. So
thank you. Same here. I miss those sessions.
Yes. So I have built a command center for our commercial layout in CRM. And when I go to look at view reports, so if you go over to, well, if it's published, when you look at your list, view reports is over to the right of draft.
Just a second. Let me just publish it. Yeah.
Yeah, right here. Okay, so we're looking at this, and we have a lot, a lot of information here, but it's given us like how many days they are in each state in transition, which is great, which is what we wanted. However, when we try to click inside one of those to kind of see which opportunities took the longest, it's not giving us any of that deeper information. It's given us very surface level information. Is there a way for us to, for instance, click on a state closed in one? We have 3 that are in the closed in one state for this month, and we can't look and see what those 3 are. Although we do have
Oh, I
other
see what you mean.
although we do have other reports where we can pull that information, we would like to see these through the command center's eyes, if you see what I'm saying.
Yes, yes, yes. So the reporting command center is not really giving you which records creating.
Correct.
Yes, I know.
It's just
I know.
giving us a quantity. It's not giving us the actual which ones. So if we, like for instance, on other dashboards, you can click the graph and it will actually open a screen to outline all of those opportunities. If you have past due ops, if it says you have 4, you can click that and it'll actually open up a screen that tells you what those 4 are. In Command
Yes.
Center, you can't do that. Is there a way to, is there something that we haven't got turned on, or how do we find that information?
I have the same problem like you, and what we did specifically about stages in Zoho Analytics, we created the report. There is also one more thing that I can say about the stage history, because when you're going back and forth, for example, you see send estimate, it's multiple times, it's screwing up the report. So we created a special function that is just eliminating the duplications. So we know the first time when a specific stage was sending to the next stage without the duplications, and then the report were much better.
Okay, I understand. So we necessarily don't do that. If our stage is quote submitted, if for any reason we have to revise it for our partner, we don't move the stages back and forth. We really try to avoid doing that for the reason you just stated. It does kind of screw things up. So
looks crazy.
Yeah, so you're saying, how do we, okay, because we have this on our opportunity module, we can see the stage history, but as far as getting I guess we need to do it in analytics. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, with analytics, you can do lots of stuff, because with analytics is, okay, so when we're going to the reports in Zoho CRM, for example, it's grabbing the exact information that you have on Zoho CRM, and it's just showing you the information.
Gotcha.
Okay, there is zero brain behind it. It's just grab what you have and apply it.
Yes.
With Zoho Analytics, you have a way to manipulate the data. So you have a way to put some brain, and it's like you, for example, when you get your Excel, you will go there, you will click here, click there, you do something, and then you're happy with the results.
Right.
Same thing can be done with Zoho Analytics. It's much more sophisticated and smart system than Zoho CRM reports.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, we were leaning towards having to do something in analytics, but we weren't sure because, like I said, other dashboards allow us to click in it and it opens it up. But I guess Command Center is just going to be a little more picky.
It's relatively new. Let me show you. If you go to analytics, I will show you one more thing that you want to do.
Okay.
Okay, so by default, when you open Zoho Analytics, you will see that Zoho is creating you those workspaces, and each workspace will be for Zoho CRM, this one for Zoho project. That's not good. So again, that's what I did. You can do it if you want. So I'm removing what Zoho is giving me as out of the box.
Yeah, we don't use those.
Good.
Yeah, we don't use those.
So I'm creating basically just one workspace, And in this workspace, I am connecting my CRM, projects, desk, books. I have multiple books accounts. And then I have one workspace that my dashboard showing me how much money I made from deals, which projects are delayed, how much time in average it takes for a customer service representative to answer my clients. One dashboard shows me the company versus click here, go to a different dashboard, click there, different account. It's much more useful and convenient. And you can also mix the data, by the way.
Yeah, well, different roles in our company have different analytics dashboards. So, for instance, our accounting and the owner has, Brad, he has one dashboard, and then I see certain dashboards that are pertinent to my role. So, yeah, we do that. So, thank you for sharing.
Awesome.
Thank you for reiterating that we're doing the right thing.
Yes, it's the right thing.
Okay, thanks a lot, Shug.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, Mr. Jordan, let's open your mic. We have a few questions from Mr. Jordan. You're on.
Hey, good morning.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. So I recently noticed that archived emails don't display in CRM using the IMAP connection. I was wondering if there is any sort of workaround around that, or how you deal with that situation.
I wasn't even aware. So when you're archiving emails, they're not showing up on Zoho CRM?
Yeah, so,
and
that largely will impact your received emails, because that's more likely what, when you're in Zoho Mail, you're going to click on select all and archive your email when you're done with it. But the sent emails aren't getting archived. So you'll still see emails in your CRM, but that's it. And I reached out to Zoho, and, they said, they would look at it, but I don't know, what that really looks like, if they're actually going to do anything about it. But I see it as a huge gap.
It's a huge gap, because usually people are archiving emails, they don't keep them.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I said to them. Like, if you're trying to be efficient, you want to keep a clean inbox. So that almost nullifies the whole usage of the IMAP connection for CRM. So I don't know how you deal with that limitation.
I was not aware of it.
Yeah.
Plug me into this email with Zoho. Let me also be part of it. Maybe I can contribute there with partner support or one of my connections there. It doesn't make sense that it will be like that.
Okay. Yeah, I appreciate that. I'll do that. One of the solutions I was playing around with is, can I somehow leverage Team Inbox and maybe have all the emails that go to, that I send, I'll always ping the team mailbox, and then use the team mailbox IMAP connection to have it show there, and I'll never archive them. Basically use it as a dumping ground for every email, but it just seems like a very kludgy workaround for this.
I wouldn't do a workaround with it, because you also, it's not only you, right? You have also employees that work with you.
Yeah.
Let's try to solve it in the right way, the same way that you already started. Let's plug me in, we'll put some pressure, we'll see. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And are your emails with Zoho Mail or with a different mail server?
There was Zoho Mail.
So they have full control on everything. Okay, let's try to fix it.
Okay. Yeah, and then the second question was just in regard to the new tasks. I love it. I think it's great what they did there. I've been using Zoho Connect for the same reason that you articulated, of having all your tasks in one place. And I like how Connect did that. How do you know, is there a plan to move it into the app tray in the Zoho One unified UI, similar to how they did with Calendar?
They did. So if you go to your Zoho One, actually, it's not from the Zoho One, it's from the Zoho Mail.
Yeah, that's what I don't like, is you have to go to Mail, then click on Tasks, as opposed to, which you can do with Calendar, but I never end up going into Mail and then Calendar. I just click on the Calendar icon in the bottom left. I'm wondering if that's going to be part of their plan to move it down there.
I don't know of any plans like that.
No.
I think they will keep it as part of the Zoho Mail. That was communicated with the partners before it was even showing. Usually they do all that with the partners before they release to the public. So
Okay.
I think it's going to be here.
Okay. Yeah, I think that would be a huge improvement for anyone using the new UI, just bringing it up a level, even bringing bookmarks, things like that.
They are. So let's say that this is the link for the tasks.
Yeah.
Very soon, you will be able to customize everything that you have here. So you can create your own links to your website, to whatever you want. And you can have also a link to tasks if you want.
Oh, that's beautiful. Okay.
So that's all going to be customizable very soon.
Okay, great. Awesome.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Have a good one.
You too.
Bye-bye. Sunil. Let's open your mic, Sunil. Okay, Sunil, your mic is open.
Yes, hi.
How are you, sir?
Yes, I'm doing very well. How are you?
Awesome. It's all great.
Good, good. So basically my question, I'm not asking anything specifically about an individual product, but let me give you a little background. So I'm an entrepreneur and I'm starting, my startup. Okay. It's a study abroad education consultancy. Okay. And our target audience are the millennials, in the age group of between 20 and 25, 25-year-olds. Okay. Our channels are basically the social media platforms like Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. And the lead capture comes from, website, chats, and telephone. Okay. Now, coming to my question, what are the top 3, must-have Zoho applications that, I should be looking into to get started? And maybe, in 3 months' time, add a couple more that can help me, get on the ground running quickly.
So the first application that anyone should have with Zoho, and it doesn't even matter if you're going to use it in the beginning, it's Zoho CRM. Zoho CRM is the base for everything. Again, it's my opinion, right? Zoho CRM is the base for everything that you will do in Zoho. For example, let's say that you want to integrate with Zoho Desk or Zoho People or whatever you want. Zoho CRM would be the base. We have a client now that he wants to start with Zoho Desk, which is the customer service system.
Yeah.
We installed Zoho CRM as the base, and on top of it, we installed Zoho Desk. So Zoho CRM was installed in a very basic way, just so we will have the database, and now Zoho Desk is on top of it. With your case, Zoho CRM needs to be the same, needs to be the base. I wouldn't go and work on more applications before you understand Zoho CRM. You might check YouTube videos, you might buy a course, but you need to know Zoho CRM. Yeah. The main reason is that without Zoho CRM understanding, you will be lost from your base, and then you will continue on to the other applications and make lots of mistakes without understanding them. And there is a good chance that your journey with Zoho will get stuck. Like most of the people that I know, it's stuck for a year or two, and then they go back to it and make it right. So I really think that you need to start with CRM, put your effort into it, understand the Zoho way of doing things, and from there, continue to the other applications slowly, and not start with a bunch of applications and then continue to more applications. I hope it makes sense.
Yes, it does. A CRM as a database, a central repository, it does make sense. What I'm also looking at is when I service my customers on my website, I'm trying to integrate my website and social platforms, into the CRM. So I was thinking, is that the right approach, right? When you get started, or do you think, I should wait for a little bit longer?
The Zoho Social is the integration with the social network. It's relatively simple. It's just posts. And when someone is posting, for example, or replying to you back or messaging you, it can push to CRM. It's a very, very basic product. You can learn it in about 5 minutes.
Right.
So Zoho Social, no problem to learn it. You can also, if you're stuck with it, you can check. We have a video on YouTube that we're showing Zoho Social and how to work with it. Very simple, very, very simple.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, that's helpful. That's kind of it validates what I'm trying to do. So yeah, thank you for that.
No problem, my friend. Have a beautiful day.
And you too. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye. Okay. And next, let's go to Ori. Where are you, Ori? Here you are. Okay, your mic is open, Ori.
Hello, Leo. How are you?
How are you, sir? Everything is good.
Good. Everything okay. Thank you. My question is like this. I'm attaching a file in my code module or invoice, whatever, okay? And I want to send it to
I assume it's in CRM, I assume, right?
Yes.
Okay.
In the those CRM modules. And I'm using an email templates to send a code or a sales offer. And I want this attached file to be also in my email template, but I don't have any option to edit there. So I'm looking for a solution.
So wait, so you have an email template.
Yes.
Let's assume it will be a merge template. A quote template.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so we are here. And you like to have an attachment to this PDF?
Yes, but I'm attaching it when I'm creating the code, for example. Okay.
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 So you're going basically from here. I will go to my quotes.
Yes.
Let's create some quote. Okay, so you have a quote and you go from here and you email it?
Yes, but one moment, before I go to the send email, I'm adding a file to this code. So
you add file here to the attachment?
No, in my code module, I add a upload the file field.
Okay, so you have a field here to an attachment, PDF, for example.
Exactly, yes.
Okay. And you want to attach this file into the email template?
Exactly.
No, not going to work. What you can do, it's one, when you go to send mail, we'll give you a few options. Okay, so you have here the email that you want to send, and then you can attach here an attachment.
I see your CRM screen only.
Let me change my screen 1 second. Okay. Is it okay now? Can you see this one?
Now I see your email, yes.
Okay. So you can go here and then you see the PDF is attached and this is the quote and you can attach one more. So this is one way. It's a bit awkward, but it's one way. Another way is to go to the modules and fields. So we have a URL field. What is the file that you're trying to attach?
It can be a PDF, a Word file, something like this.
Let's call it PDF.
Okay.
Now, instead of uploading it, let's go to the previous one. So instead of clicking here and uploading it to the attachments, put it in Workdrive. Okay. And let's say that this is the file that you uploaded. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So now you have this file here, and that's from Workdrive. What you can do.
These attachments is referred to this specific code. Yes.
Yes. So this is related to this one, to this quote. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That also can be automated, by the way. But now let's make it not automated, just regular way. When you have a file, let's say that this is your PDF or whatever file, you can create an external share for it.
Okay.
Okay. Let's call it PDF for now. And now that will have a link, you see? I can grab this link and I can put it here in the PDF field. So this is step number 1, and all that again can be all automated. And when you go to the template, let's just refresh the page.
And you need to add the PDF field.
And there is a trick to it. We'll show you.
Okay.
So if, for example, you want to have here the link.
Yes.
And I assume that not always you will have the link, right? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Good.
Yes.
So you click here and you select the PDF. And now I am going to copy the PDF. I'm going to the link, and the link will also be the PDF. You see?
Okay.
Now, what I gained here is if the PDF is empty, it will not even show this line, because obviously it's empty. If it is with something, then it will show the link, plus it will also link to it.
Okay.
Okay. And this is probably the way to achieve what you're trying to do here.
Okay.
I know that
Can you
have...
just repeat again how to make the URL link again?
Yeah, you go to settings.
Yes.
Modules and fields. You go to the module that you like to add.
Okay.
Click on standard.
Okay. This is to create a field. This is no problem. I mean, the attachment, how you create the URL, you put it in the Zoho Workdrive?
Yeah. So from Workdrive, you click beside it. You click on share on the small drop down and you select new external share.
External share link. Okay.
Yeah. I have a few videos about Zoho Workdrive. I really recommend you to watch them. It's an awesome tool.
Okay. Okay, I will try it.
Okay.
Yes.
Easy.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
It's all very, very easy. Mr. Bo, let's open your mic. Okay, Mr. Bo, you're on.
Hey, buddy.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. I'm exhausted, but I still have my looks. So
Exhaustion is good. I hope from good things.
Good. I'm looking into analytics and I haven't dove too deep into it. So I was wondering if I can also automate that process of making analytics reports based off of each deal. Is that possible?
Of course. So
I like it.
yeah, of course, everything is possible, right?
Good.
So when you have analytics, okay, you can create different dashboards or reports. And there is one more thing let's grab the same report from analytics and Zoho CRM. So let's grab sales this month. Do I have something? No, my fake account is broke. Let's see something else. Okay, we have, let's say, open opportunities.
Okay.
Do we have here open opportunities? No, we have something else. Let's see. I'm just trying to see if I can have something here. Okay, good. I didn't have to do anything. So you see here on the top.
Yep.
You have those calls user filters. Now, let's assume that you have real data because this is a crap system, right? It's test. There is nothing here. In a real system, you will have action. You will have lots of fields. You can have here different user fields, and you can click here on the stage or user or opportunity or account, and you can filter the data only based on the user fields, user filters. Okay, so let's say that you have now all your cells. And now you go here, you click on opportunity, and you select the specific opportunity that you want to report on. And then you will get the information only for the specific opportunity. Is that making sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. It's similar to reports.
Yes, but the only problem in reports, you don't have the filters. You have your only date filters.
Yeah.
And in Zoho Analytics, you can have filters for any field in the system.
So for specifics, we would be going off of the client. So I'd want to see every deal related to my client and get a good number, like, get just good data based off of those deals associated.
Yep. In my system, for example, we have a report that is showing one of the reports for me, for example, is as the CEO, I need to have visibility of all the departments related, for example, money, just to see that there is no leakage. For example, I need to see that deals were closed. I need to see that the client is serviced. I need to see that the agreement was signed. I need to see that deposit was in escrow. I need to know that everything is working perfectly. And I do have a way to see in one dashboard, I can see everything. And I can filter based on stages, because in my company, for example, close one doesn't mean that the deal is done. It just means that we signed the agreement, we got deposit, we're ready to go. Then we have delivery, delivered, and we have some more stages. And based on them, I can see the entire company.
What is your view on being able to see all of that in one go? Because it wouldn't be very efficient if I just keep getting emails for each individual property when the portfolio gets huge. It's
I don't get any emails.
Good.
I used to get hundreds of emails. Now we have one function in the company that developers or any employee in the company, all their emails going to one person that has a big knowledge base, and she can answer most of the questions that we're getting, and she's answering most of them. And I'm probably getting about 5 emails a day.
Good.
That's it. The rest is being answered or being sent to different people. It's much more efficient and effective.
Okay, then. So what are you just using dashboards there to do that, to accomplish looking at all of these?
Yes. It's all about reports.
Okay.
Yeah, we never have a notification for something that's happening in the system. If I need to follow up with a client, I will go to a specific view in the CRM. If I'm a salesman, for example, I will have my view that will say my follow-ups. And my follow-ups will be all the deals that I supposed to have follow up today or I missed in the past. So this is my view as a salesperson. If this person signed an agreement, I don't care in the same moment, but I do care that I look at the view and I can see that I need to take action because he just signed an agreement. So here, the follow-up comment will say, Lior just signed an agreement, please proceed with the deal. So it's all about those views.
Okay, and then just back to the original question with the automation of those reports, is that going to be a deluge thing, or is there a...
No,
No?
no, it's all there. If you go to the data sources, you can see here that you have the when to retrieve the information. By default, Zoho is scheduling it for daily, but I like to go with 3 hours, which is the minimum. So every 3 hours, it's retrieving information from your CRM.
But I'd still have to create the report. That's what I'm
Once.
Okay, so we manual action, there's no way around it, create the report, and then we're good after that.
If you want, you can also send the report to you. So there is a way to schedule the reports. I don't know really where it is, but you can schedule the report to be sent to you, let's say, on a daily basis.
Okay.
If you just want to be passive, right? So that's also great.
Well, I mean, like I get a new client in the mix and we have new properties for this client. And instead of having to manually go create the report for that client, is there an automation it'll just automatically create that report?
The report is just a template. So it needs to be created once and the information per client can be sent to you.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Right? So it's just a template. And on the template, you apply whatever you want. This is why I prefer, instead of having a PDF, I prefer to go to a view like that and just filter based on the data.
Exactly.
Right?
Agreed. Very good. And then there's no way to possibly like embed these into
you can.
Each specific deal. Oh, we can?
There is a way. So let's say that this view is what you want. So there is a link to it. So you grab the link and in Zoho CRM, you can go to web tabs. And you create the report, or you can create it as a widget. And now it will be here in your system. You see?
Okay, but not like a property or a deal specific.
There is a way. I'm not so strong with analytics. We have people in our company that they are very good with analytics. I'm not one of them. I'm more in the sales, marketing, and execution.
Okay. Good. Well, that answers a lot, though.
I assume there is a way to do it. You just need to play with it.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Well, that answers everything, man. I appreciate it.
Okay, Bo. Have a beautiful day, my friend.
Yeah, you too.
Mr. Basil. Mr. Basil that's flying around the world. Your mic is open. I think your mic is muted, Basil.
Let's see.
Now you're good.
I have control. Sorry.
Oh, we have some echo.
Is it better?
No, still echoing. I think you have their two computers open.
How about this?
You sound like a wedding in the 80s.
I can't hear. Well, one of them has got to be open.
I think now it's okay.
Technical problems.
Oh my God, no.
Okay, whatever. You know what? I guess I'm going to have to answer the question.
I think it's okay now.
Turning you off.
I'm leaving.
Yeah, now it's good. Now it's good and now you're gone. Let me open your different machine. Basil, your mic is now muted and now let's try. Okay, a little bit, if you can speak louder, it would be great.
Oh, I can talk loud. How are you?
Oh,
I don't fly around the world, just fly between here and Greece. But anyway,
still the world.
yeah. Anyway, so the question is, when we, for a long time, we were saving, you know, whenever somebody called us, we were saving the information on in the Google address book, but we didn't always have all the proper information. For instance, sometimes it just had a first name, sometimes it had a last name, sometimes it had an email address instead of a name, sometimes it didn't have an email address. Now, we imported like 7,000 contacts from Google address book into CRM, and it is a mess.
I know.
It is a mess. So now there's two questions. One is, I know that the first one is, you know, just go delete them all and whatever. That's the easy part. The hard part is there a way to filter when they're coming? Because, for instance, the Google address book puts everything on their accounts, but we, you know, so if it's a supplier, it goes under an account. If it's an account, it goes under an account. Anyway, it's a mess. But is there a way to filter to see if this person does not have an email address or if this person does not have a last name, do not import?
No, so a few things with Google, this Google plugin. First of all, it's crap. It doesn't work well. We had multiple clients that we try to connect their Google contacts to Zoho. It's really shit. It's created so much crap. Now, also, I didn't know if you checked it, but once you do the authentication and then you need to map the fields,
Right, you did that.
You can check it. The fields are not mapped properly. So if, for example, you have a field in your Google says home address and you mapped it to home address in CRM, it doesn't even work well. It's not pushing to the right fields. Also, there is no way to limit what you're getting into your CRM.
Right.
And in Google Contacts, because it's just grabbing everything, it's like a pile of shit. It's really bad.
So I guess the best way to do it is export that file from a Google sheet, from Google address book into an Excel file.
Clean it.
Clean it up, and then import the clean stuff.
Yeah, otherwise it's crap. It's really bad.
Right.
Yeah. Now when clients coming to us and they want to integrate Google Contacts with their CRM, we just tell them how to do it. We tell them the problems. If you want, you click the buttons. We had few projects that, you know, we charge the client, 20 minutes to do the sync. And we spent days to clean their system for free. Days. It was horrible. Right. Yeah, no more.
I know. I'm doing a lot of cleaning up. I'm going to be doing a lot of cleaning up for a long time. But anyway, but Carol's got a question that I don't even know what it is. Go on, Carol.
Hey, Lior.
Hey, how are you?
I'm back. And it's cold, and I want to go back to Greece.
Awesome. Go back. Have fun.
Yeah, tell that to my mother, okay? So I have a question. I have recordings, client recordings, like when I have a meeting with clients, and they are all stored in meetings, but I would like to see if there's a way to automatically attach them to their contact record in the CRM.
Or the Workdrive.
Yeah, not that I know of. I moved away from Zoho meetings. That was part of the reason. When those recordings are being stored, it's stored in Zoho meetings, and you need to click on the meeting, click on download, go to your Workdrive upload. It just takes time.
Right.
Yeah,
I know
so-
when we first started talking, you told us that you were recording the conversation and it was being put into our file. So I guess at that time, is that what you were doing? You had to click and put it back into our file?
Yeah, so when I had Zoom meeting, that's what I did. With Zoom, we are doing a trick with Zoom. When you have Workdrive, you can install an application for Workdrive and it's simulating a drive on your machine. And my Zoom, it's saving automatically all the meetings to a specific folder in my computer. And the folder is my Workdrive folder. So everything goes to uncategorized folder. And then my assistant is going to the uncategorized and allocating it to the right client.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So this is what we're doing. If you just want to save it, that's what we do with Zoom. I don't know if you can save locally with meetings. I don't think so.
No, you just, I mean, what I've been doing is I just go there and then I download it into a folder with the client's name in Workdrive.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's the workaround.
Do you have lots of meetings that you need to save?
Oh, yes, I'm having more and more, which is a great thing.
But
So,
more manual work. Yeah, maybe do what I did. Eventually we switched to Zoom.
well, they're short meetings. They're usually 15 or 20 minutes. And so, you know, if I just get in the habit of doing it, the recording comes to me pretty quickly. So, you know, it's going to be a step in the process.
Sure.
Maybe,
Yeah.
Or maybe eventually we'll go to Zoom, but right now it got like we went from 0 to 100 in a minute and everybody woke up one day and wants to go to Greece. So
Let me check one more thing for you. Maybe Zoom meetings will have an integration. Zoom meeting via Zapier, blah, blah, blah. So let's see, connect. No, you cannot see it.
Oh.
Let's see, flow. Maybe with Zoho Flow, we can connect Zoho meeting recording. No. Even Zoho not supporting it. So no, no, there is no way. Sorry. I thought I was able to do a trick here, but no tricks. Sorry.
Oh, well, it's okay. Just thought I'd ask.
No problem.
All right, my good friend. I have 1,000 more questions, but you know what? I'm not going to bother you with them today. I'll wait until next Wednesday.
Okay, my friend. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Mr. Alexi. Alexi, the US tax lawyer. How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you, Lior.
Good to hear you, my friend.
Very quick question.
Of course.
Leads module allows finding and merging duplicates. I could not find the same function in contacts. And my question is there a way to find and merge leads and contacts?
Yes.
Or the only way is to just delete the unnecessary contact?
No, there is a way. So if you go to leads, you have two options. One, and also let's do the contacts because the question was on contacts. So first of all, when you have all your contacts, you can click here and you can click on de-duplicate contacts. And when you do that,
okay,
it asks you what you want to do. So I usually go with email, phone, and mobile for me, because you can do only 3, right? And then you go to find, it will do its magic. And then whenever it's ready, it will come up and will give you, okay, we're done. Please review.
fantastic.
And
Everyone, the use of terminology is important, looks like.
Yes, in some places they will call the same function find and merge duplicates. In some of them they will say de-duplicate, and it's the same thing. I didn't build Zoho, right? But yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, just name it correctly and there will be no questions.
Thank you so much.
No problem, my friend. Bye-bye. Okay, Mr. Jordan, you have more questions. Let me open your mic again. Your mic is open.
Okay, so you mentioned earlier, and I think you mentioned this before, automatically creating folders and CRM and Workdrive. The issue I ran into is I want to create a deal folder every time I create a deal. But there's the associated deals folder sits between the deal and the account. And I didn't see a way to find what that folder is to create a new folder beneath that.
No problem. So when you have, let's say, the opportunity as an example, and you will have here, let's see if I have here something like that. No, let's see, maybe in my contacts. Let me log into a different system, just a second. Okay, so when the script is running and creating those folders, it will do something like that. In our case anyway, so you will have the main folder, you will have the internal folders, and you have also the shareable folder, which is different folders, right?
Yep.
When you have the main folder, you can run the script to build folders below that, but you must have the main link, the main folder. And below that, you can create more. We had lots of projects that we created the main folder. For example, it will be management a place or whatever it says. And below that, we have internal folder, client uploads, years, and so on. So you can play with it and do cool things with it.
Yeah, I had basically I was able to get all of that working. The issue I ran into is getting it into the right place in CRM because it's got that associated deals level. So it's figuring out what is the main folder, or how do you create that main folder for the deal so it sits in the associated deals?
You just grab the same link and you inject it also to the account.
Okay.
So it's all just the same one. I also have one folder across the contact, account, and the deal. I don't want to have multiple, because the purpose is to have centralized location with all my files.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I will look into that. Another is just well, actually, so one is thinking about how we handle reorders on deals. So if we have a deal, customer gets a bunch of hoodies from us, and they come back and they want to run the same job over again. They want the same design on the hoodies. When we think about reorders, or how do we think about reorders in terms of a deal? Would you recommend creating a new deal for each reorder? Or
yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Usually, we also debated on this point a lot. So we have the one-time deals. Those are easy. It's just a deal. You have the maintenance deals. We have support packages for clients on a monthly basis. The contract is for 1 year. And there we'll have 12 transactions on one deal.
Yeah.
So the logic is that the deal will be for an agreement. Now, once you have reorder, it's like another deal. And then we treat it in a different way. And if you do that, you're able to generate, I don't know if you use Zoho Books, but in Zoho Books, you can have projects and the project can show you profit for each project. So you know exactly for every deal how much money you made. So you have, let's say, your deal, you had some money for transportation, delivery, whatever it is, the materials. So eventually you know the bottom line, how much you profited from a specific deal.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
And do you have your deal? So on those reorders, the sales cycle is essentially non-existent. They just say, hey, I want another. So there's no need to go through all those steps. So how do you handle that in terms of your setup? Do you just have a custom function where you essentially clone the parent?
I just clone.
Okay.
When we clone, usually the only difference would be just probably the amount and one more field. So we're okay with cloning as long as it's almost identical.
Okay.
No problem also to create on a button, but in any case, you will need to change few details after that. So if you need to have manual intervention, so why automate it? That's our logic anyway.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Great. I appreciate it.
No problem, my friend. Okay, very good, guys. So I think I answered everyone. Yeah, I think we're good. So thank you everyone for being with me today. Next week, we'll have a session from Mexico. I hope it will be, the audio and everything will be okay. I'm dependent on the resort Wi-Fi. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thanks. Bye-bye.